Good morning, dear children. Let us start with the further chapters from our maths syllabus. Till now, we have covered chapter 1 to 8 in maths. Next chapter that we are going to start with is chapter 9, that is your rational numbers. What is that? Rational numbers. If we have discussed second chapter, which was your fractions. There is a very minute difference between what is rational numbers, what are fractions. If I talk about rational numbers are nothing, rational numbers are fractions only, but with the very minute difference. Let's see what is that difference. Rational numbers, a number in the form p by q, very well known. P by q form means fraction only. Yes or no? If I write any number in the form p by q, it's a fraction only. Yeah, where p and q are integers. Here is the change. In fraction, the p and q were natural numbers. If I talk about, they are natural numbers. If I'm writing 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 5 by 7, they all are fractions. Why? Because their numerator means upper part, and denominator means lower part. Numerator means upper part, denominator means lower part. So their numerator and denominator are natural numbers. We need to know what are natural numbers. Natural numbers are those numbers, counting numbers, which starts from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. They are natural numbers. How do we represent natural numbers? We represent natural numbers by capital N. Wherever you see capital N, just remember it stands for natural numbers. Clear? Next, we have, understand, I'll tell you why these rational numbers came into the picture. Why do we need rational numbers? And for what purpose the existence of rational numbers is there? We need to understand that also. P and Q are integers, right? Now, after natural numbers, if we add 0 to natural numbers, what we get? We get whole numbers. What we get? We get whole numbers. How we represent whole number? We represent whole numbers by W, the letter W. Whole numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. up to infinity. Infinity means we cannot. Natural numbers starting from 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. That are natural numbers. Natural numbers, whole numbers. Right? Now, natural numbers were not sufficient to count. That is why the existence of whole number came. Because if I talk about 1, 2, 3, 0 was missing. Hence, after when the natural numbers were not capable enough to relevant all the numbers need, so what we considered? We considered whole numbers by adding 0. Now, natural numbers and whole numbers are not sufficient to describe the numbers. They are not sufficient. Hence, we what do? We with the mathematicians, what they did? Actually, they included the negative parts of this. What happened? Now, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. up to infinity. Now, what mathematician did? They actually made another set which is the negative of natural numbers. -1, -2, -4, hence up to minus infinity. And they gave it a number as integers. Yes or no? They called it as integers. So, what are integers? The collection of numbers, whole numbers, and the negative of natural numbers. Negative of natural numbers 1, 2, 3, -1, -2. Hence, everything completed. But no, if you think here the calculation of number completed, it is absolutely wrong. No, even integers were not able to satisfy the need to represent the number. Hence, came into the what? Fractions. Then fractions came into the form by P by Q, where P and Q were natural numbers. But now, 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 5 by 7 means natural numbers. Natural numbers are positive numbers. It means by fractions we are able to represent only positive numbers in the form of P by Q. What about negative number? Hence, the rational numbers came into the picture. Why we have rational numbers? Because how do we represent that negative part of integers in the form of P by Q? Thus, we have something called rational numbers. Hence, the definition of rational number is a number in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers. Integers means we'll be considering positive also, we'll be considering negative also, and we'll be considering 0 also. But the very important condition is that q cannot be equal to 0. This q cannot be equal to 0. Why this q cannot be equal to 0? I told you earlier also, anything multiplied by 0 it becomes 0. But if anything divided by 0 it leads to infinity. Hence, which is undefined. If any number is divided by 0, it is called undefined number. Hence, what is the need of undefined numbers? If we are not able to define a number, what is the need of considering that number? That is why the very important condition is the q, the denominator part cannot be 0. Are we clear with the rational numbers? So, rational numbers in the form p by q, no change, it means a fraction. But the numerator and denominator can be what? Integers in case of rational numbers, but in case of fraction they are natural number. This is the most important difference between fraction and rational numbers. So do remember, fraction, numerator and denominator are natural numbers, but in case of rational numbers they are what? They are, yes, integers. Clear? Now integers are represented by the letter z. The letter z, z for zebra. They are represented by letter z. And rational numbers are represented by letter Q. Very important, capital Q. Wherever you see capital Q, a set of capital Q means a set of rational number. Where you see capital Q, it means rational numbers. Are we clear? So let's see the examples of rational number. Now, very important, let me consider minus 1 by 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, 11, etc. What do you think? They are not rational numbers. They are also rational numbers. Do remember, every fraction is a rational number. What is rational number? P by Q form. Very good. P and Q are integers. Yes, every fraction is an integer also, because integer includes natural number, 0 and the negatives of rational number. So indeed, every fraction is a rational number. Do remember. Clear with this? Any doubt why we have rational numbers? Because we were not able to represent the negative parts of integers with the help of fraction. Hence, rational numbers came into existence. That is why we are making use of rational numbers. Clear with that? Now, we have something called positive rational numbers. What do you mean by positive? Positive in nature, it means numerator and denominator must have, very good, I know you are giving me the answer, same sign. Same sign here means either both are positive or both are negative. Why? I'll tell you. Why we are having the condition that both must be positive or both must be negative. This is very important condition, do remember. See, very important. If I'm writing 3 by 4, numerator is having positive sign, denominator is having positive sign, positive rational number. But if I am writing minus 3 and minus 4, minus 3 by minus 4, what will happen? Both are having negative sign. Can I cut the negative sign? The negative will cancel out each other. Hence, the resultant will be 3 by 4, which is positive rational number. Hence, the condition, this both numerator and denominator must have same sign. Either both must be positive, both must be negative. Even if both are negative, this negative will cancel each other. The resultant will be positive rational number. Clear with that? Negative rational number, you know it very well. Either numerator or denominator must have negative sign. That is what is your negative rational number. Examples: minus 3 by 4, 5 by minus 6, 11 by minus 100, etc. All are examples of negative rational number, because either numerator or denominator must have negative sign. But do remember, everything is, I think if you remember, everything is having some standard form. Yeah, everything must look presentable. Yeah, normally if I observe, and even if you are observing, you'll see this negative sign with the denominator is not helping, it's not looking nice. That is why, do remember, if the denominator part is having negative sign, you can immediately bring that negative sign to the upper side. See what I'm talking about. If you'll not see, just see. 5 by minus 6. Can I represent 5 by minus 6 as minus 5 by 6? What I did, I brought this negative sign to the numerator. Earlier also it was negative rational number. Right now also it is negative rational number. It is no change. But you will say, sir, now what is happening? Earlier, denominator is 5. Here numerator is denominator is minus 6. But here the numerator is minus 5 and denominator is 6. That is the change. But the resultant rational number is not changing, right? Earlier also my resultant was minus 5 by 6. Means there was a negative rational number. Here also we have negative rational number. So there will not be any change. Only the change of numerator and denominator part. Are we clear? So in standard form it is a very important condition. Okay. Few important properties. Very important to discuss. If P by Q is a rational number, okay, we are considering that P by Q is a rational number and M is a non-zero integer. Non-zero means it cannot be zero. Non-zero means it can be positive integer, it can be negative numbers, but it cannot be zero. That is the important condition. Then P by Q can be represented by P multiplied by M, Q multiplied by M. Let me take an example. I'll take a brilliant example. I am having a rational number with me. For example, I am having 7 by 8 with me. It's a rational number, no doubt. Now, if I multiply this rational number with same number, I'll be getting 14 by 16. Yes or no? What I did, I multiplied the numerator and denominator with the same non-zero integer. This is what the condition. I'm getting 14 by 16. Again, I can reduce. 2 7s are 2 8s are. Don't you think I'm getting same rational number back? This is what this property states. If you multiply a rational number with a same non-zero integer, you'll be getting the same rational number back. There will be no change. This is very important. Same property. If P and Q is a P by Q is a rational number and M is a non-zero integer, then P by Q is equal to P divided by M, Q divided by M. Let me take an example. I'll be taking a form where we cannot reduce. Let me take the example of 5 by 15. It's a rational number. If I divide the numerator by 5 and the denominator also by 5, what do you think I'll be getting? I'll be getting 1 by 3 or not? 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. And this is also 1 by 3. See, there is no change. Hence, if you multiply and divide a rational number means numerator and denominator, with the same non-zero number, you'll be getting the same result back. But if you multiply or divide with another number, you will not get. Let me again take an example. 7 by 8. I am multiplying numerator with 3 and I am multiplying denominator with 4. What will be happening? 21 by 32. Are you able to cut them? Are you able to reduce them to 7 by 8 form? No. Hence the result does not exist. Are we clear? That is why these two properties are very, very important indeed. Clear? Next time. Now, keeping this point, keeping these two properties into the mind, we need to understand what are equivalent rational numbers. Equivalent. What do you mean by equivalent? Means same, equal. Very important. When two fractions are equal. But how two fractions are equal? Can you observe what happened here? I made 7 by 8 equal to 14 by 16. By what? By multiplying numerator and denominator with 2. This is what equivalent fraction is. If one can be obtained from other, one means one rational number can be obtained from another rational number by multiplying or dividing its numerator or denominator by same zero integer. This is what happened. I obtained 14 by 16 from 7 by 8. How? By multiplying numerator and denominator with the same non-zero number, that is 2. This is what the equivalent fraction rational number is. When we obtain one fraction or one rational number 14 by 16 from another rational number 7 by 8, how? By multiplying numerator and denominator by 2, we are getting the equivalent rational fractions. Are we getting? We are getting equivalent rational numbers. Clear with this? This is very, very important. Understand. Now, few important properties we need to see. Let's see the examples. If I talk about the examples of equivalent fraction, can I say 1 by 2, 2 by 4, let me say 8 by 16, let me take 20 by 40. All are equivalent rational numbers. Why? If I cut 1 by 2, if I cut 1 by 2, 0, 0 cancel. If I cut 1 by 2, all are getting 1 by 2. Hence, they all are equivalent rational numbers. Clear? Now, 0 is a rational number. Yes, 0 by anything. 0 by 1, we can write 0 by 2, even we can write 0 by minus 100. They all are rational numbers. That is not a problem. So 0 is a rational number, no problem. Because we can write P by Q form where Q is not equal to 0 and they are integers. We know that 0 is an integer, not a problem. Very important. Every natural number is a rational number. Natural number. Every natural number is a rational number. I told you, natural number means 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. If I divide by 1 all, don't you think they are becoming P by Q form? And P by Q form, 1 and numerator both are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Hence, all natural numbers are rational numbers. Very important. Every integer is a rational number. Okay, very important. Every integer is a rational number. That is also the case. If every natural number is a rational number, then 0 is a rational number. What is the problem with writing minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 up to minus infinity? What I'll do? Again by 1, again by 1, again by 1, again by 1. What I'll be getting? I'm getting P by Q form where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Hence, every integer is also a rational number. By this, the basics of rational number till exercise 9.1 is complete. Okay, this is what is there in exercise 9.1. I request you all to please open your books on page number 9.1. We'll see what we have to do in this particular situation. Very first question, list 5 rational numbers between. We'll do this question later on. Before that, let's see how to recapitulate. Write 4 more rational numbers in each of the following pattern. You will be given one pattern, and based on that pattern, you have to write another rational numbers in D. What you have to do? You have to write another rational numbers in D. Let's see that part also very clearly. How to do it? Very easy. Pattern, just see what they are multiplying. For that, you just need to see what they are multiplying with, and hence you are able to get what is the form. Clear? Let's see one question. Let's see the first question. I'll take the second question, second part, that is minus 1 by 4, minus 2 by 8, minus 3 by 12. Just see the pattern and we have to find further 4 more numbers. Minus 1 by 4, if I cut, I'll again get minus 1 by 4, again I'll be getting minus 1 by 4. So, next number, what is happening here? It is increasing or not? What will be the next number? Minus 4 upon 16. Yes or no? Next, minus 5 upon 20. Next, minus 6 upon 24. Next, minus 7 upon 28. What is happening? Above it is increasing by 1, but you are putting minus sign also to remember. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. And what is happening in the denominator part? It is increasing by 4. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 4, 16. 16 plus 4, 20. 20 plus 4, 24. 24 plus 24, that is 28. And this is what? If you will cut, you will be getting minus 4. This is what is the advantage, the pattern. Clear? Next, question number 3. Give 4 equivalent rational numbers equal to. Other part you will be doing, because this chapter means it's like a fraction. We have discussed fraction in detail. So I think rest of the part you will be able to do it yourself. Now I have to write 4 equivalent fraction equal to 5 by minus 3. Okay. Now very simple. It's your choice what equivalent fraction you want to have. First of all, what I can do? I can multiply with 2. What I'll be getting? 10 by minus 6. 1. Next, I'll be multiplying with 3. I'll be getting 15 by minus 9. Next, 5 by minus 3. What I'll do? I'll multiply by 4. Numerator and denominator. I'll be getting. Next, what I can do? I can multiply with 5. What will happen? This will happen. See what is the advantage? I can cut 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are. Again I am getting 5 by minus 6. See, they all are equivalent fraction. So today we will be covering till question number 3rd only. Next we will be discussing in the next coming video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.